Have you ever wondered why, no matter how carefully you plan your life, things still fall apart? You try your best, you pray, you hope, yet somehow, everything goes wrong. Dreams collapse, patience breaks, and slowly, silently, a question rises in your heart. God, why? But what if the pain, the delays, and the failures are not punishment? What if they are part of a plan far greater than anything you imagined? Today's story will remind you of one powerful truth. When your plans fail, God's plan is just beginning. Long ago, a merchant ship sailed across a vast ocean. Among its passengers was a man named Jonah. He was kind, faithful, and full of hope for the future. But one night, without warning, a violent storm rose from the sea. Waves crashed like mountains. The wind screamed. The ship broke apart. By what seemed like a miracle, Jonah survived. He clung to broken wood as the sea tossed him around. Hours later, exhausted and half-conscious, he was thrown onto the shore of a small, empty island. When Jonah opened his eyes, he saw nothing but sand, trees, and endless silence. Alone, lost, terrified, he fell to his knees and prayed, "God, please save me. Please send help." Days passed. No ships, no voices, no answers. Every morning, Jonah prayed with hope. Every night, he slept with disappointment. Slowly, hope began to fade. At last, he accepted that no one was coming. Using pieces of the wrecked ship, branches, and leaves, he built a small hut. He survived on coconuts and fish. Life became quiet and painfully lonely. Still, he prayed. One afternoon, Jonah lit a small fire and went to search for food. When he returned, his heart stopped. His hut was burning. Flames climbed into the sky. Smoke filled the air. Everything he owned was turning to ash. The shelter he built, the little safety he had, gone. Broken and furious, Jonah shouted toward the sky, "God, I prayed to you. I trusted you. And this is what you give me? You took away the only thing I had." That night, Jonah cried himself to sleep on the cold sand, believing God had abandoned him. The next morning, a loud sound woke him. Jonah lifted his head. A ship, anchored near the island. Tears filled his eyes as he ran toward the shore, waving his arms. He was rescued and pulled aboard. Shaking with emotion, Jonah asked the captain, "How did you find me?" The captain smiled and said, "We saw a large fire signal rising from this island. We knew someone must be here." Jonah froze. The fire. It wasn't a signal he planned. It was the fire that destroyed his hut. At that moment, Jonah understood. What he thought was God's cruelty was actually God's rescue. The very thing that broke his heart saved his life. He bowed his head and whispered, "Thank you, God, even when I didn't understand." Life will not always go according to your plan. Sometimes doors close. Sometimes dreams break. Sometimes everything you built burns down. And in those moments, it's easy to feel angry at God. But remember this, your vision is limited. God's vision is eternal. What feels like loss may be divine direction. What feels like delay may be perfect timing. So when your plans fail, don't lose faith. Because God's plan for you is not smaller. It is greater, stronger, and more beautiful than anything you could imagine. If this story inspired you, subscribe to Storyfluence. More powerful stories are waiting for you.